Good morning. Today is Wednesday, D-Day. I'm Most Pride, and this is Kennedy Live. Oh,
and I'm
wow.
Shelby.
Completely over-reduced art there. First, some school announcements.
Investigating Club will be hosting presentations sponsored by the Fordham University after school today. There will be a speaker from Fordham coming here to cover range topics of investigating and investigating clubs to internships.
Lenten food drive is in effect. Please bring in 2 or more non-perishable food items. Every bit helps, so keep that in mind.
Please see Ms. Teifer in the guidance department if you are interested in any community service opportunities.
And lastly, students are needed to help Tony Costoso, a Kennedy graduate from last year, to film lacrosse games during the week. So, if you need to help him with that, that'd be great. Great guy.
Service hours will be given to those. No experience with cameras is needed, but Tavon will help you if you need training.
The Kennedy Catholic golf team is scheduled for a practice round today. Team members should meet at 2:30 in front of the school for a 2:45 departure to the Mohanzik Golf Course.
All right, and here's what's new in the news.
Marco Rubio dropped out of the presidential nomination last night after losing Florida to Donald Trump, who won every single one of those 99 delegates. Oh my God.
Donald Trump, who now leads the Republican Party, 621 delegates, while Cruz has 396 and Kasich has 138. The Democrat nomination, Clinton leads with 1,561 delegates, where Sanders has 800.
Russia begins withdrawing its forces from Syria on Tuesday in a move that will leave the Syrian government to fend for itself to a much greater extent, but with a greatly strengthened hand in negotiations over the country's future.
The first group of the Russian planes is left an airbase in Syria on Tuesday morning. The Russian Defense Ministry said Russia's surprise announcement Monday that it would begin withdrawing its forces from the conflict came as suddenly as its devastating airstrike campaign that started in September.
Let's head over to This Day in History with Victoria.
Good morning, I'm Victoria and this is This Day in History. In 1521, Ferdinand Magellan reaches the Philippines. In 1850, Nathaniel Hawthorne's novel The Scarlet Letter was published. In 1926, the first liquid fuel rocket was successfully launched by Professor Robert Goddard at Auburn, Massachusetts. The rocket traveled 184 feet in 2.5 seconds. In 1935, Adolf Hitler canceled the military clauses of the Treaty of Versailles. In 1966, the Van Dorian brothers opened up the first Van store in Anaheim, California. That's all for This Day in History. Back to the anchors.
Thank you, Victoria. And now for some sports news. The Brooklyn Nets beat the Philadelphia 76ers 131-114 on Bogdan Bogdanovich's 44 points.
In college basketball, 2 of the first 4 games were played. Florida Gulf Coast coasted past Dixon 96-65, and Wichita State beat Vanderbilt 70-50.
Well, thank you. Well, I'm Most Prime.
And I'm Shelby Backer.
And this has been Kennedy Live.
Have a great day.